Okay. Are you ready to dive in?
I'm so ready.
Born ready, right?
Born ready, yes.
Excellent. Okay. So you said you wanted to use this expression and practice it.
Uh-huh.
And I know you heard this in a podcast, right? So you looked it up and went for a little sample paragraph to see if you were using it correctly, right?
Exactly.
Excellent. So I read through this before we met, obviously, and actually want to point, this is a hard one because there's an expression that sounds very similar to it that is used, I would argue, more frequently. And so when I was reading through what you wrote, it sounds like maybe you found that expression and used that instead.
Oh, okay.
So I want to kind of walk through it together and explain what I'm thinking and see if you agree. Does that
Okay.
sound good?
Awesome.
Okay. So to put something behind, I think what you were finding was to put something behind you or to put something behind him, her, me, whatever.
Someone.
Okay, so before I say why I think this, can you explain kind of what you found in the definition, what you think this means?
I think to put something behind basically means to forget everything that you've done and to just focus on the things, in front of you, like in the future.
Great. So you are correct if you add this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it's tricky because so if you put something behind you, like you said, it's maybe somebody, maybe a friend would give you this piece of advice. They'd say, hey, put that behind you. Like forget about it. It's in the past. It's time to move on, right?
Okay.
Like you just said.
Right.
But you need to have you because I guess the sample sentence isn't here, but in the transcript of the podcast, it was basically the main character, for lack of a better word, was putting his whole life, putting all his energy behind his business, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's actually something different. So when you put all your energy behind something, that means you're giving it all you have. You're putting all your resources, your time, your energy, your money, you're putting your life behind it. So if you
Gotcha.
can imagine, maybe there's something hard in front of you, not hard like the opposite of soft, but challenging. And you're kind of putting all your energy behind it. You're pushing on it, you're behind it, you're pushing it, trying to move it forward. Okay. So that is different than to put something behind you. So to
Gotcha.
put something behind you, forget about it. It's in the past, move on. But to put all your energy behind something, which is kind of inverting these words, that means you're giving it your all.
Okay. So
Okay.
does that mean that kind of to bet everything
Yeah.
on something?
Not necessarily to bet, right?
Okay.
In a sense of, gambling or anything like that, but
Right.
bet as in you're putting all you have into it.
Right. Okay. That makes
So
sense.
that would be to put all your energy
Resources,
behind something.
money, time, things like that.
Resources, etc.
Gotcha.
Okay. Right? Does that make sense? So those are kind of two distinct things.
Right.
Okay.